What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the farm. I got a short one, but a really good one here for you tonight. We're going to talk about everybody's favorite subject when it comes to summertime, poison ivy. So this field behind me used to be covered with poison ivy. In fact, I had my old garden up here at the crest of the hill, and it was inevitable. Every year, poison would creep into our garden beds no matter what we did. I tried wood chips, I tried landscape fabric, all sorts of mulches to keep the poison down. Before you knew it, I'd be digging around in the garden and I'd be covered from head to toe in poison ivy. So what did we do to get rid of it? And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to say we pretty much got rid of it in this entire field. I've tried all sorts of things. Chemicals are one thing that I won't try. And I know it has some, some results there, but tried everything else under the sun, all the homemade stuff, the hot water, the salt, different things like that. Never had really any luck with it. It might kill it for a few days and then it comes right back, or, you weed whack it, you trim it off, and those roots under the ground, it just spreads somewhere else. So what did we do here to pretty much eradicate all the poison ivy in this field? And it's not a small field. You can see up here behind me, I got our sheep here. I don't know if you can see them, but pretty large area right here. And then once you get up over the hill, it goes a little further. So if you don't believe me, let's take a look right now. So you can see here, this is the outside of the fence, and I already found some poison on the outside. There's some down here as well. And it's pretty much, if I walk this perimeter, it's pretty much the entire way. You can see some there, see some there. We did just mow this little road, so it's pretty much cut off there, but there's a thin band right along the fence, all covered with poison. Now, when I come over to this side, we'll be hard pressed to find some. So what did I do in here? We'll walk and I'll see if I find some. I found a little bit before, but it is almost completely gone here. See how far I can go before I actually see some. A little bit right there. So we got some right down in there, just a tiny little bit. But pretty much everywhere else throughout here, I barely see anything. So at the bare minimum, and I would say this is easily a 90% reduction in what we had here. The entire thing was covered. And yes, it is grazed down a little bit now. That's part of our solution. But I couldn't even walk over here in shorts without having poison all over my legs. So what did we do? How did we get rid of this? And this, I'll also say this is over a season now where our poison has been reduced. So what we did, we put the pigs in here. Pigs are the best solution I've found for poison to this date. They will come in here, they will root up everything. And the big thing about poison ivy, you can cut it off, you can mow it off, and unless you're doing that non-stop consistently, you're not going to tire out that plant, you're not going to tire out that root structure under the ground, and it's going to keep coming back. The pigs, however, they will go in, they'll root it. The beauty of pigs, they will clean up stuff that you don't think you'll ever have cleaned up. They'll root that stuff right up, and they will actually eat the roots and destroy the roots. Hence, the poison ivy goes away. So again, as we come to the fence line, and yes, the sheep are in here, so a lot of this grass is grazed down, but nice and clean in here, really no signs of poison. We come over to the fence line, and the very first thing you see right here, what is that? 3 leaves and shiny. Looks like poison ivy to me, right? This whole farm is actually littered with it, pretty much all the way down. Any type of fence line situation, we're gonna have poison everywhere. Up bordering our house, we have poison everywhere. So it was really exciting to see something that actually works. Now it's a matter of figuring out how I can harness the pig and get that around the farm without destroying everything else. To put it into perspective on what a pig is going to do, if you guys have never watched my channel, that is what a pig will do. Completely bare ground, that, and then that. So imagine a bunch of poison sitting in here. Well, the pig's very quickly going to turn it to that. Right, Zig? So I thought you guys would find that really cool. And I said it was going to be a short one, definitely a short one. But if you've never considered using your pigs for this, and we didn't use it intentionally for this, this was kind of a byproduct of what the pigs are actually going to do for us. But I found it really fascinating that they were able to do that. And had I known that this was a possibility, I probably would have kept my garden over here. But we ended up moving our garden, partially because of the poison ivy, partially because now we're in a pasture full of animals. But I probably would have found a way to kind of keep my garden here. Our soil was outstanding, and now we're starting from square one. But that's definitely aside the point. So anyway, a cool little way to get rid of poison in your pastures. If you're able to run pigs just for a little bit, that's really all it's going to take. They're going to root very quickly depending on your breed, and let them root it up a little and you'll see dramatic results. I will say this, our pigs were in here for quite a while. You probably could have the same effect if you rotate them through a couple times, but we left them in here for a while and let them kind of root up everything. You might not get the full result the first time through, but if you're going to run your typical rotations that a lot of people will, I do think that they'll eventually wear that poison ivy out as well. So something to consider for you. Hope you guys found this interesting and fascinating, honestly, because as far as I know, if you don't spray it, there's really no way to get rid of it. And even spraying it, it always finds a way to come back and it always gets you. And man, do I get poison ivy bad. So great news anytime we can get rid of it. We appreciate you guys following along. If you like what we're doing, as always, please consider liking this video, hit that subscribe button. As always, drop us questions, comments, suggestions, ideas, you name it. A lot of our stuff comes from questions you guys ask, so ask away. We'll be happy to get back to you. Who knows, maybe it'll be the subject to the next video. So until next time, guys, it's Sunday night and we're gonna head in for the night. So take it easy. We'll be with you again soon.